What's the strongest team in Limbus Comp? This isn't slop. This is a tutorial. This is a tutorial. I'm not going to watch a 20-minute tutorial.
I will be ranking every single keyword status.
It's first out of 5 every time.
Effect by how strong their teams are. And today, we will strictly be ranking them on how hard they can absolutely eviscerate anything in the game. I'm talking about crushing Virgilius and his stupid bust into the ground. 360, no scope, making him our bit. Of course, this is all my opinion, so take this with a grain of salt. I know some people absolutely hate my takes, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say for some of my rankings. Normally we'd get right into the video, but there's a few more things I have to explain.
I hate Limbus Company lately because of the new team requirements where I need to have all middle or all the rings. I have pity free to play. Well, yeah, that is the one problem that every gacha game is going to have, and that's if you haven't been playing it for a while, you have to build the teams, but that's part of the actual game. So, like, I don't know, fucking... I feel like you don't need to have teams to actually get through the main game content to get your lunacy and stuff like that. I mean, you need teams more for the end game content, but that's for like every gacha game.
Ranking keyword status teams are a bit more nuanced than you'd think. For example, this isn't about how strong I think a keyword status effect is on their own. I might mention it here or there, tier listing them loosely, but the teams themselves are difficult to rank because there are multiple team archetypes for certain statuses.
I mean, when I started the game, I literally, I can't really remember if I did it on purpose, but I remember I got Ting Tang Hong. I think I got him from a selector. I got Ting Tang Hong Lu, and then I got the Ryoshu bleed ID, like the katana. Like I think it was Kurakumo. Did I get Kurakumo before? I think I got. Do we have to go back and watch the original? ADHD, whatever. I just realized that I was getting a bunch of bleed characters, and I was just like, all right, I guess I'm running bleed, and I just ran bleed until I got everything else. And it worked for me. I beat all of the content in 400 or 200 hours.
Not only that, what about teams that are based around Sin affinities, or even the multi-status team?
And all of those hours where I never played Project. Well, actually, yeah, no, I never played Limbus Company unless I was doing my dailies. I never played it unless I was actually recording it or streaming it. So that was all of my progress is recorded and on the channel.
The most popular being Singing Tremor, I think. With keywords that have multiple teams, I'll mainly pit the best version of that keyword team against the rest, since again this will be objectively based on strength. As for teams based on Sin affinities, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because you get enough selectors and stuff at the beginning of the game that you basically just like it's kind of like the roguelike element of gacha games where you literally just build around whatever you get. So like unfortunately, I feel like if you get a bunch of charge characters at the beginning of the game, you probably want to re-roll your account. Or burn maybe, but I don't know, because they now put out that new ego. They're the Uptide 5 for that one ego for Ryoshu.
I don't think it'll matter too much.
Burn might be coming back. Everybody said that at some point. I don't care because I'm not a burn guy. I'm a bleed guy.
Since none come to mind that can top the best teams that are based around status effects. And then Ricardo came out. Unsure how strong he'll turn out, or if it'll be enough to pull the middle out of, well, being mid.
I kind of feel bad for Ricardo because I didn't even realize, like, when people were like, oh yeah, now that Ricardo's out, you can make a whole purple team. And I was like, purple team? What the fuck are you talking about? But like, I made a purple team, I made a middle team, and I was like, okay, cool, I have a middle team now. And then the new Ryoshu ID came out, and she's stronger than anything in the entire game.
Regardless, I will mention non-keyword teams at some point in the video, just to let you know they exist and how strong I think they are. With all that out of the way, let's get going, shall we? In last place, the worst keyword status team in Limbus Company, ranking in at number 7, we have Charge. Who could have seen that coming?
I told you. I fucking told you.
Charge needs something. Anything at this point. LCE Gregor was a step in the right direction, but we just
I think the problem with Charge is that this entire game is about like sending your characters at the enemy and hearing bring, and any character that makes you like, oh, you have to use the defense skill and skip a turn and blah 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 blah. Nobody wants to do that. They want to hear
gonna need more. I want to say if you're building a charge team, you're gonna use W Corp or R Corp IDs, which it doesn't help that I think they have some of the worst boring designs in game. But I digress.
I didn't even realize that Rhino Mersault even existed. I didn't even know it was real.
Then there's Rose Banner Workshop IDs. However, again, you're probably
Rose Spanner? The what spanner?
probably not using these. So all that's left is multi-crack office, which
Multi-crack? What?
looking at our options isn't all too bad. That's not to say Charge doesn't have good IDs. In the name of love and hate, Dawn being the best version of the Charge ID in my eyes. But
yeah, the ID that you never use.
rest like Sword Sharpened with Tears Rodian and the new Spider
This fucking that Rodian?
for Charged ID in my eyes.
This Rodian was so fucking strong, but like I'd never even use her anymore. I don't even have to use her.
But the rest, like Sword Sharpened with Tears Rodian and the new Spider House ring IDs, are more sinking and bleed respectively than Charge. Though Charge itself as a status effect to me is one of the best status effects in the
Yeah, the power. I really don't know why they're making the character so strong. The new character is so strong now, but like I don't know. Like at least they're trying to do like the whole uptie 5 for the older egos and stuff like that. They're at least trying to keep in mind that older IDs and stuff could use some work. But I don't know. I don't feel like Limbus Company's main story content is not that difficult. Like as long as you actually read, it's not that difficult. So I don't think that power creep is that much of a deal, but I don't know.
entire game. It's one of
like I said, I got through the entire game on my bleed team.
statuses that are meant to be used as buffs for IDs, which
Minus like the last couple cantos, but that's because I had so many new characters by that point that I was able to make all the new teams.
are better than debuffs in most cases. Because, for example,
And just because listen, I can acknowledge that you have to read. I'm still not going to.
when you kill a target with Tremor, that Tremor buildup disappears.
Kim Ji-hoon said that he wants the IDs to be lore accurate, so he doesn't want random IDs stronger and stuff like Nurse Fathers. It would be kind of weird if like P-Quad Ishmael was stronger than Rien or the new Ryoshu.
Charge, on the other hand, will continue to build up the entire encounter. It's just
PM makes money game too easy. It's already a win-win.
unfortunate the IDs we have are
money
kind of
game.
lackluster. Imagine Bari out here using a special
I don't know what they're doing either, because they literally gave us 2 Hoppenheimer Greg IDs back to back, and it's just like one of them is just never going to get used. It's statistically impossible that both of them are going to be viable and used in both, you know.
kind of charge that buffs her attacks on top of all the normal buffs IDs.
Like, is there going to be a charge season where they put out a whole bunch of new charge characters so that we actually use Chargenheimer?
yeah, though I understand it being kind of boring since there are literal hundreds of buffs that kind of have the same effect
I want some candy. Look at that candy. I want candy. How could that be bad?
as charge, making it feel less unique. Comparing it to Tremor
The
is
other is a must run for charge. Yeah, but who's running charge? And what the British is happening on my screen right now?
like comparing British food to Indian food with all the flavors and spices
So 2 of the worst foods in the entire world.
that you can use. I'm getting off track. Charge teams are the weakest to use in Limbus Company. Let's move on. Even though
Just drop that bomb and let's move
we're
on.
ranking the keyword status teams from worst to best, they naturally fell into tiers, since the gap between some teams were just that wide. So joining Charge in the Dante Help Me tier is Burn. Coming in
I run charge? Well, guess what, potted plant? You're the you're an ung.
at a hot number 6. Burn season stocks are honestly crashing and burning.
Oh my god.
Burn's team mainstay group is the Liu Association, which has some of the
Blue Association, what a bunch of
worst IDs in Limbus Company. That's not to say that's all the Burn team has going for it though.
He's an ung. Yeah, you're so old, you're like a caveman. Ung want food. Ung hungry.
They have some solid IDs under their
Jesus Christ. Imagine ung sahur. This motherfucker.
belt like LCE Faust, Dawn Office Sinclair, Magic Bullet Otis,
Magic Bullet, the GOAT.
Fire Fist Officer Survivor Gregor, Hornet.
They're Frankensteins.
Or if you want some Blimmer gaming, you can grab the Thumb Result and Sinclair instead. Some middle of the pack to decently strong IDs here. There are two main issues with the burn teams. To even use this team, you need the Walpurgis IDs. OUTIS mainly, but Dawn Office too. That's because Magic Bullet OUTIS has Dark Flame, which takes burn and makes it
there's a new, is it true that there's a new Walpurgis soon? Wasn't there one in like August last year? Why is there a new one soon? Why I'm not ready.
usable, since otherwise it's literally just a worse rupture in every way. Which reminds me, burn as a status effect is pretty middle of the pack. Now, there is a very
Don't say yes. I'm not ready.
of burn with the thumb that inflicts Scorch, which with the addition of Valentina and Lucia will
2 months? Oh, after 2 months, then it's fine. Somebody said that it was coming soon. I said, no, it's not. It's not.
only get better. But honestly, I'd kind of lean the thumb more towards Tremor than Burn. So for now, the Burn keyword status team ranks
Burn team? More like the bum team.
Fantastic!
as the number 6th best keyword status effect team. But before we move on, it would be really cool if you like the video. And if you subscribe, I'll even bake you a cookie.
I'll like and subscribe, but I don't know about right now. I'm not gonna like and subscribe because you told me, Baka.
really does mean the world to me.
By the way, I really don't know what this is about. Like there's like YouTubers have like this cope where if people subscribe but then they don't actually watch your content, it actually hurts your content. But I don't think that makes any sense because don't you want new people to find your channel? Like, isn't this a good thing? Like YouTube told people to say this a long time ago, like, oh, guilt people into subscribing by telling them that most of the people that watch are not subscribed. Don't you want new people? You want new people to find your channel. I'm glad. By the way, every channel is like this, by the way. Every single channel has more not subscribed watchers than subscribed watchers. You see these channels that have like 2 million subscribers, but they get like 100,000 views a video. That's supposed to, like, that's what happens. People subscribe and then they just forget to unsubscribe. And then they come back and they watch the video later. I'll never understand what this YouTube psyop is about.
Thank you. Your support does make my videos better, and soon I'll be upgrading my little guy to a newer model.
Oh my god, are we going to get VTuber Aqua?
Here's a little sneak peek. Alright, only 5 more statuses left. But we also move into the Dante is comfortable fighting on the front lines tier. Starting us off in 5th place is Tremor. Now, I'm
Notice how Bleed hasn't been mentioned yet? Bleed is still king.
not gonna lie, Tremor got scammed a little because I'm biased towards the 4th place team.
I actually like Tremor, but I just like Bleed.
But I think I can make a valid argument
Bleed and Rupture are just so much fucking fun because it's literally just a Hooga Booga Win Rape team.
for why I think the Tremor status effect teams belong in 5th place. Tremor has a decent
Oh yeah, Sinking is also... Well, Sinking is really good for bosses.
ID pool to pull from. We got the thumb,
Sinking is like what you pull out. If you're getting your shit knocked in by a boss and the boss has sanity, you're just gonna pull out Sinking and win.
T-Corp, and the Eurodivia.
Remember during that Arc Knights collab? And by the way, like a lot of people just said, what Arc Knights collab? Exactly. That boss, like I was just like, I'm getting my dick hole knocked in, and people were like, oh, do Tremor, do Burn. I did Sinking, and it just fucking screamed it.
IDs. And I guess Night Owls is there too with Heisho Yi-sung. All
Fucking Night Owl Gregor just completely forgotten about.
decent to very strong IDs to pick from. Not to mention, Tremor as a status
Actually, no, isn't he better than Priest Gregor now?
effect is really good. Not the best in my opinion, but still strong. It has so many ways of doing damage and lots of it. Reverb, Hemorrhage, Everlasting, Scorch. It's just that
Hemorrhage.
the problem with Tremor teams is just how long it takes to
I feel like people are just gaslighting me when they're like, oh yeah, there's different kinds of Tremor. There's Hemorrhage Tremor, there's Gold Tremor. None of these exist. I've never once seen any of these. They don't exist.
It's just that the problem with Tremor teams is just how long it takes to go full throttle. The setup time is just longer than the top status effect teams in my opinion.
Yeah, Tremor is just yellow Rupture.
Now, I'm sure when Valentina and Lucia come out, it'll only make this team stronger. But there's something I need to talk about when discussing Tremor teams. Sinking Tremor. It's probably the strongest version of a Tremor team right now, since you're essentially double dipping into 2 very strong statuses. Not only that, when you use Sinking Tremor, you end up using some of the best IDs in the game.
Fucking what the hell's her name? Jamautis, Jamautis, my queen.
Game, like Faint Aroma Ryoshu, Young
Oh my god.
Office Ishmael, and OUTIS.
UTIS, that's what it was called.
Another version of Tremor are ammo teams, which includes the thumb IDs. Yes, Valencina too. If you can't tell,
Pimpo shoe.
I am
Who the fuck is Jabout?
super excited for her. Please, for the love of God, I need her next. But ammo teams include the Full Stop
My
Office,
wife?
Aroma, and Ujat again, and ammo's kind of got everything with a bunch of extremely strong IDs. A totally valid team to run. But back to just Tremor
I wish I could use Solomon Yisang in every single team.
teams. When you're running straight Tremor, it's solid, but it takes a while to set up properly, which is what holds it back the most, and for me making it the 5th best status team effect in Limbus Company. Now, this might be as good a time as any to explain how I'm giving out these placements. There are a few criteria that go through my head when deciding how strong a keyword team is. For example, burn teams have this weird thing where they can clear Mirror Dungeon extremely easily.
How the fuck is Burn higher than Tremor?
By dodging or with Thrill, I don't really know. Then we have the guy that cleared
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Well, no, but yeah, sure, I could put Solomon Yisang on like Rien Yisang or like whatever. But then I want him to shoot. I want him to shoot. It's gonna look weird.
15 with max adversity using Fell Bullet Yi Sung in like 30 minutes. That was insane, but that doesn't mean I'm going to rank Fell Bullet in triple S tier. A strong team
Foul
performs
Bullet is
well
so
across the
fucking
board. Story stages,
Yisang has the coolest shoot guys skins in the entire game,
Bosses.
or IDs in the entire game.
and Mirror Dungeon. I take the
Well, and OUTIS does have Magic Bullet, but damn it.
performance across all of these into account. But
If you use Solemn on Rien Sang, he mag dumps on Furiosu. Maybe I need to. Did I say Sue?
before we move on, I'd like to thank this video's sponsor, Tokyo Treat
Fucking sponsors.
and Sakura Co. I know, how dare
Oh my god,
But-
sponsors. That's
playing Fire
incredible.
Emblem.
Fire Emblem 3 houses mentioned.
and they seem to enjoy it.
Okay, well,
Actually,
god
one reason
damn.
is
Want me to
stronger
pay
than
attention during your do you want me to pay attention during your put Fire Emblem 3 houses in it? God damn.
But let me cook. I love Poise for one reason and one reason only. The index. The second we get more index
Ew.
IDs from library
What a bunch of
Runa, it's actually over. But before then, why do I think Poise teams rank this high? Firstly, Poise itself is a top 3 status effect up there with Charge because it's the other status that buffs IDs instead of being inflicted as a debuff. It also gives the ability to deal critical damage, which is pretty important.
This channel barely ever talks about Fire Emblem 3 houses, and Zombie King wasn't here for it. Oh, unbelievable.
I don't consider it the best status effect
Every status of the game is just Rupture except Burn.
because it doesn't really scale well, unlike Rupture, Singing, or Bleed per se, since those get stronger and stronger the longer a fight goes on. Poise is like, yay, you can crit now. But the main
like the last 3 fights that I was in Limbus Company, it's just come down to me just like bleeding out of every hole in my entire body, 30 to 60 stacks of bleed, and I'm just like, no, it's fine. I got it.
main reason Poise is ranked so high is
I'll make it out of this.
because of how insanely strong Poise IDs are.
Why the hell did Toasty Studi just said Sydney Sweeney in chat? You know what? That deserves a pin. I'm pinning that comment. There we go. All right, let's move on.
We got Ren Yu Song, which I feel like is a solid contender for the best ID in the game, not to mention Index Dawn, who is pretty strong in their own right.
I thought she was gonna say Index Dawn because she's wearing a skirt.
Then we got the Full Stop Duo, which just outputs insane amounts
I
of
keep forgetting that these guys are even in the game.
damage. Pinky Sinclair,
Will there ever be a time when I use them ever?
who is also very solid. I think the main issue with Poise is that it doesn't feel like a team. Outside of the index, every ID is kinda doing their own thing.
You know what they should do? Didn't I say this before? Didn't I say that they should make a mode where you could only use Walpurgis characters? I feel like they should do that.
Poise by
I feel like they should make a Walpurgis gate, like end game mode that lets you like play through like library or like Ruina fights as the Limbus characters. Like they need to do that.
its nature is a selfish status effect. Currently, there's no like Poise supporting ID. I think of Moses, for example. If we had an ID that buffs
We
how
just need Moses. I need Moses.
Poise works, maybe make them tankier, faster, or
Like imagine having to use. Oh no. Well, shit. would Rien Yi Sang? How do you Rien Sang? That's how you say it. If Rien Sang, that's just normal wall purchase. Yeah, but I mean like all year round. Like they keep adding to it. It would give you more of a reason to spend on wall purchase night as well. It would add FOMO to the game. It absolutely would. But it would also add content. So that's how it works. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like Rien Sang, like maybe Rien Sang could also be used because he's technically wall purchase, technically. But imagine you had to use a Rien Sang to fight Oliveira or the guys at the end, or the head, the arbiters.
Or hit harder. That would be super cool. Please give us more index. Please, I'll do anything.
Never. No, I can't stand the index. The index is the one thing I can get with giant furries. I can deal with giant furry mommies in the alleyways, okay? I can deal with weird robot people that sweep the streets and get rid of all the blood in the bodies. I could be fine with the rats, the organ harvesting, the meat pies. I can get behind all of that. But this stupid, dumb cult that worships a pendulum, get out of here. This stupid cult sucks.
Anything. I'll get on my knees. Also, I need a Bari ID ASAP. And make them poised too.
The next wall purchase IDs are just the rats.
So for those reasons and more, I believe poised to be the 4th best keyword status effect team in Limbus Company.
Bleed is obviously the best.
We can move into the top 3 keyword status teams. Still in the Dante is comfortable fighting on the front lines tier. In 3rd, we have Sinking.
Sinking is 3rd? God damn. Oh my god. If she puts Bleed as number 2,
as you can imagine,
she probably will because the high shoes are so fucking strong.
Imagine it has a solid ID pool to build a team from. I think an average Sinking team usually runs KOD Rodian, Faint Aroma Ryoshu, Uja Otis, Spice Bush, or Solomon.
Spice Bush? Solomon all the way.
Molar Ishmael, and Wildland. There are
Molar Ishmael, not Hanafuda Ishmael.
More options too, like the butlers in
Is Hanafuda is she bad?
Dex, Ego Gregor, Young Ishmael, or the new ring IDs if you really want to use them. All of these are very strong IDs, with some of them being the best for their respective center. Sinking as a status effect is really strong too, crippling SP enemies and dealing bonus damage to enemies with no SP, scaling really well against
Son, there is no way Rupture is considered better than Modern Bleed because holy shit, the ring OP. No, well, everybody's fucking talking shit about my Bleed. I use Bleed all the time and people are just like, don't use Bleed, don't use Bleed, don't do it, don't use Bleed. And now all of a sudden it's, oh yeah, Bleed's actually the best, it's actually great.
It's bosses or late game MD runs. It also has easy access to nuclear bombs in the form of Deluge or to some effect
nuclear bombs.
I also like how it's basically Depression given form. That's cool. It also has, in my opinion, the strongest.
Hanafuda is better in Solemn comps and Molar is better than Spice Bush. That's kind of, so I'll just use Molar on Hanafuda and then I'll just use Hanafuda.
Ego in the entire game.
I hate that I have to say the word Fuda when I'm talking about Ishmael.
Blind Obsession. I guess Binds, Heathcliff, and Foodsack are part of this keyword too. For all these reasons, I think
Rupture is much better than Bleed. That's what I was saying. I don't believe it, but that's what other people would say.
Easily snags the spot of the 3rd strongest keyword status team in Limbus Company. Now we get to talk about the final 2 keyword statuses. This is also where we finally move out of the Dante's comfortable fighting on the front lines tier to the stay back kitten, let me handle this tier.
Oh no.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, no.
What is wrong with me?
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The 2nd strongest keyword status team.
Come on. Man, this project
knew love Bleed. Like, I think we had a whole season dedicated to Bleed a season ago. And somehow Bleed's hijacked Burn season.
God
Not only do they have multiple fleshed out teams at this point, they're also both extremely strong. The Blood Fiends and the Ring are both very competent teams. Even still, they have plenty of strong options like the Kurakuma Gang and N-Corp. Bleed was
Hi, I'm from Israel, and I think Rupture is the best team.
Already very strong before.
No, they got the Rupture fans too? No!
Based 3 Blood Fiends, along with the addition of Result.
But, wow, did he always have... By the way, why the fuck is she looking at Gregor like that? God damn it, Outis. Look at that red tint. This motherfucker... God damn! That Gregor is awesome. I wish I had red tinted glasses.
Only making them stronger. Then we got the Ring Nurse Father and the Ring Apprentice, which made the team absolutely insane with how strong these new IDs were. Like,
Why the hell are we Tokyo drifting?
at this shit. Casually hitting 40k just because. This is what my Bleed team looks like, though you can run a full blood.
What's going on here? What's going on here? I think you're forgetting a Barber OUTIS, the best ID in the entire game.
And Ring team
Aqua's an unk. My God.
separately,
Get with the times, unk.
like, but I think it's strongest together. Bleed as a status effect on its own is also pretty strong, dealing fixed damage for every individual clash, which ends up being really nice, consistent chip damage.
Aqua's an auntie? No, there's a certain... Unk is now... listen, auntie is a sign of respect. Okay? Unk is a sign of what the hell are you doing with your life?
Nothing to laugh at, especially when
Aqua's a brokey. What the fuck? She's got a sponsorship.
the bleed is on you. My
OUTIS' wife, thank you. She's part of my harem, though.
IDs
My hag harem.
start melting for no reason, and it makes you want to put a
Matcha OUTIS has thigh cuts on her dress. Don't question how I know it. Okay, let's just move on.
bullet through my skull. But this is also the reason why
OUTIS is just there to give Dante support off camera. She's just giving him the Gluck Gluck
the
9000.
bleed is kind of annoying
She's grapefruiting him the whole
to
time.
use, since building it up is difficult.
That's why Dante is always crash. You think he's crashing out, and you think that he's like, "Oh my God, my head," but he's actually talking about, "Oh my God, the head's so good, the head's so good."
When using a 4-coin skill, you can easily burn through 4 count on a single attack, which is pretty rough. This is one of the reasons Bleed isn't the strongest keyword status in the game. This is also why Singing Desire is such a glazed ego,
my fucking
since
Bleed.
it essentially solves this problem, especially when going against bosses.
Bro, that's foul. Crazy imagination, true.
Since now all your IDs can clash without worrying about dropping count. This usually ends up being over hundreds of damage.
Yeah, what if we just use Blupture? Listen, can we just meet in the middle and go Blupture?
There is no doubt in my mind that Bleed is a strong status. Easily,
I don't know why.
there
This animation was so adorable.
is no doubt in my mind that Bleed is a strong
Look, and she like prances forward, just like, no, hear me out, please. That was so adorable.
status, easily claiming the second best keyword status effect team in Limbus Company.
Ew, no. Rupture.
Finally, it's time to talk about the strongest, the best keyword status effect team in Limbus. You know it, you probably hate it, it's Rupture.
Oh,
The Heisho Glaze, the Heisho slop never stops. I am shocked we didn't get a Dragon Heisho result this past patch.
What the
We
hell?
will get into the IDs,
What
but
the hell? What just happened?
Heisho Glaze, the Heisho
She just costume changed 3 times in a row.
slop never stops. I am shocked
One
we
costume,
didn't get a Dragon Heisho result this past
2
patch.
costume.
We will get into
3
the IDs,
costume.
but as a status effect,
Can we get 4?
Rupture is incredibly strong.
Can we get 4?
Something many consider
4? Wait, is that 4?
IDs, but as a status effect, Rupture is
Watch this.
incredibly strong. Something
Yeah, 4. 4 different. 4.
many consider true damage, since you can't really negate the damage Rupture does. As whenever the enemy is hit, it takes Rupture damage equal to Rupture potency and reduces the Rupture count by 1. Basically, this shit is really
Now we're back to Sailor Aqua.
good. Aside from that, Rupture IDs pre-Heisho were already pretty solid, but we don't have to worry about those because Heisho gaming is just that strong. A dumb as fuck broken core that is lowered
Dumb as
Hung Yuan, Hung Lu, and Mao Faust, pretty much shredding the game on its own. Then we have the other Mao Branch Heishus with their amazing Rupture Infliction.
I still do not have Maoriosha.
Z Branch if you
To this day, she eludes me.
like the color purple, Wu Adept Yi Sung, and U Branch Heathcliff.
Clay is stimming from the rupture, so we had to look at Aqua's little OC instead of what she's saying.
That's what I use. But you can technically use any of the Heishus
God,
you
how many different costumes she got?
All the IDs I just listed are extremely strong, and when you play them together, it just brings that power level up even higher. Before the Nurse Fathers, the Rupture team really had no competition. Suffice it to say, I'm really excited to see the team that comes out of the Capstone Ryosho ID, which I think is able to use all apprentices and Nurse
Does
Fathers
it
together
matter? The team that comes out of it, she kills the whole team.
on one team.
She kills the whole team just so that she can go mog everybody by herself.
Now that sounds terrifying. With that, we've ranked every single keyword stats effect by how strong their respective
I'm still mad.
teams are.
I'm furious. I am outraged.
We've also touched on some outside teams as well. And if you're wondering what I think of the middle,
Bro calling himself Ryoshi's husband without having Haiju.
we need more IDs. Though this middle
Jealous, Clayboy? Don't worry, the main outfit stream at 15,000 subscribers. Well, thank God I'm never going to hit 15,000 subscribers.
team is by far the most
And also, I never agreed to this. That's not going to happen.
fun I've had in a while playing a team. I'm not gonna lie, I was a hater. But after trying it for myself, bro, we need more middle IDs.
She might be a hater, but I'm a well-vader. Okay, that's good.
What the f? Like, we got bum-ass Mersault still. Dawn is barely
Bum-ass.
usable if we're being honest. Just give me more options. I think it's fun because playing the middle team makes you think about
I can't believe that Don Quixote is the only female sinner to be this close to just having her tits out. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
just
You thought that Radian would be the first one to have her tits out, but my
give
God.
me more options. I think it's fun because playing the middle team makes you think about 2% more than normal, and that engagement hits. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it, since not many will. If you like the video, I'll do
Kurikumo Ishmael just has gigantic tits.
whatever you say valid for the next few seconds. And if you subscribe, I think you're really cute. It would be super cool if you
Look at that. I've been subscribed. Listen, she must think that I'm ultra cute, and I am. I'm adorable. And that's...
follow me on Twitter, and feel free to join my
I have nothing else to add.
Discord.
The Aquarium. I can't stand Discord, but that is an adorable
I'd
name.
love to see you there. And lastly, I want to say thank you to all my members. You guys
Magic and Beans? Is that like Mexican but magic?
are amazing, and becoming a member is the best way to support me in making more and better videos. Until next time, I hope to see you there.
Look at that, incredible! Thank you, Aqua. I can't believe I can't believe I watched that whole video. That was basically just a tutorial on what team to build, but I watched the entire thing and I didn't even realize I watched. That's an 18-minute video, and then all of a sudden it's just over. I was like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ! Thank you, Aqua. Thank you so much. Thank you, incredible.